Good afternoon, good evening, welcome to Daily News, breaking news, everyday news on Prince Miller Entertainment TV. Subscribe to the channel, guys. Remember to follow us on all our social media platforms on Instagram, Prince Miller Entertainment, Facebook, Prince Miller Entertainment, Facebook group, Prince Miller Entertainment TV. We're available on Twitter at P Miller ENT. Follow us on Twitter and you follow back. Today is the 16th of March 2022. Remember, guys, to like and share our podcast, which is on Sci. It's a Prince Miller podcast. Just look for it. And welcome to another edition of our daily news, breaking news, everyday news. So, guys, the National Security Taskforce has intensified the crackdown on smuggling between Zimbabwe and South Africa and intercepted 15 buses carrying contraband worth thousands of dollars. The buses were intercepted between Monday evening and yesterday morning at Dulawadzimu bus terminals and on major highways from Bedbridge town leading to Harare, Bulawayo and other urban centers in Zimbabwe. National Police spokesperson Assistant Commissioner Ponyati said the security authorities were not relenting on their quest to curb the scourge of smuggling. He said the value of goods intercepted in Bedbridge was yet to be ascertained. We will not hesitate to arrest anyone involved in crime, especially smuggling or corrupt activities, he said. Our targets are individuals, syndicates, security personnel, companies, and transporters engaging in the illegal movement of goods across the border. He said police had noted an increase in intercity and cross-border buses being used by syndicates to transport smuggled goods. He said such activities had an adverse effect on the collection of import duties by the government. Assistant Commissioner said police were ready to deal with criminals regardless of their standing in society. We strongly advise anyone wishing to import or export goods through our borders to do so within the confines of the existing customs access laws, he added. On Saturday, 18 security officers were arrested for taking a bribe of 2,000 rand from a cross-border bus crew member in Bedbridge. The days of those playing hide and seek with the law are numbered, he said. Assistant Commissioner Nyati, it is understood that the smugglers are shipping the goods through illegal crossing points along the Limpopo River, which then they load in buses heading to various towns and cities across the country. Others are using buses carrying Zimbabwean migrants returning home by road through the Bedbridge border post. A passenger on one of the intercepted 15 buses, Miss Alizi Chumunu, said it was very critical for those importing goods from across border to always comply with customs laws to avoid inconveniences. This is unnecessary inconvenience. Imagine I paid duty for all my goods, but now I'm being delayed because of the actions of other travelers, she said. This week's crackdown comes as the Zimbabwe Textile Workers Union, ZTW, has bemoaned rampant tax evasion, money laundering, and other malpractices by some foreign companies who are slowly driving local entities out of business, putting thousands of jobs at risk. ZTW Secretary General Mr. Norman Makono said it was so crucial for Zimbabweans to buy locally manufactured products to ensure the industry's survival in the wake of stiff competition from cheap smuggled imports. There are many unscrupulous foreign-owned businesses in Zimbabwe that are defrauding Zimra and the government, which in turn is threatening thousands of Zimbabwean jobs. These companies are committing money laundering crimes and don't transact in the Zimbabwean currency. They have no respect for our Zimbabwean authorities, for our laws, said Mr. Makono. When providing a receipt, they do not always show the currency of transaction, and many still do not have fiscal printers. Cartel operators are hence prejudicing the government and Zimra millions of US dollars in tax revenue. Mr. Makono said the Reserve Bank of Zimbabwe was losing millions from each sale concluded in US dollars, as the 2% interbank transfer charge could not be applied to their sales when only accepting cash. A large portion of the informal sector is flooded with contraband, which includes blankets sold openly in areas such as Gulf Market, Mbare Musika, Chitungwiza, and Mbudzi roundabout. The sales are done only in US dollars cash, and this to avoid taxes. Mr. Makono said any commercial quantity blanket importation was supposed to be adhered to regulations, by providing a valid import license issued by the Ministry of Industry and Commerce to authorities at the port of entry. If these traders are getting licenses, then it needs to be investigated as to why, as we have entities that manufacture these products locally. Smuggling of blankets was mainly being facilitated by cross-border bus crews, and when being done in containers, the foreign entities were given false declarations to avoid paying correct duties. We should not allow these acts in our country to affect our people. Many of the workers are losing their jobs as a result of these unscrupulous businesses. Therefore, as a trade union, we appeal to the authorities to intervene to protect the local industries and jobs at large. It is extremely important that we tighten up our border controls to save our local economy. So guys, that's the latest here regarding to buses being intercepted at roadblocks along Bedbridge Masvingo Highway and major highways which are coming from Bedbridge, because they're saying that people are actually smuggling goods. I mean, this has been happening since way back, and makorese vanowanda vanonohodha kuJoburg, kuMessina, and vachinotengesa kuZimbabwe, and many of those people, they don't pay duty. And yes, I do agree 100% with Mr. Makono when it comes to nyaya dzemablankets, when it comes to panyaya dzehembe, mabhero ari kuraya mashopu akawanda anotengesa hembe, because for like $5 wakanaombare kumpedza namo, you can easily buy 2 or 3 t-shirts, but mushop kwasa kutenga na one. Saka many people can actually go kumpedza namo kunotenga, because they can afford there, compared to kunotenga Edgars kana Mujet. Saka mutu nemeko toti we will be supporting the informal traders, and most of them, they don't pay tax, while those ones vanonga employ wana assisted na budu wedu Edgars they'll be paying tax. At the same time, they'll be closing their shops. Saka kuipa kwezvimwe ndo kunaka kwezvimwe. This is the only situation here. And so ngatitaure in the comment section. This is daily news, breaking news, everyday news on Prince Miller Entertainment TV. Mapurisa ari kuti aiwa takabata buzz, and whoever amuridzi wezvinhu and tomoti safe or whatsoever, that person needs to pay duty. And zvinhu avatore vanongoti bhadhara duty chete. And saka unenge wakuti saka bhazi rinenge rakutodzokera kuenda kuBedbridge ronoona kunzi mune chii chisina kubhadhara duty, then they have to pay duty. Kana vasina mari kubhadhara duty, then Zemura will confiscate everything zvinenge zvisina kubhadhara duty yacho. Saka at the end of the day inenge zvakudilaya vanhu vari mubhazi, because munenge mamumasvingo monzodzokera kuBedbridge kunobhadhara duty. Just imagine. Saka bhazi rinenge rakutotenderera zvakare rakudzokera zvakare kuBedbridge kunobhadhara duty, otherwise hapana kwamunenge muchitomboenda. And by some, they always pay their way out, and but vamwe vanoti aiwa dzokera kuBedbridge. So this is what is happening along Masvingo Highway. Why people don't want to pay Zimra. We all know the situation. Unongosina mari yacho kubhadhara duty, and saka we be trying by all means to get as much profit as possible for safe yanongo wahodha kuMessina kuti kwasa kuzoitengesa zvakare wherever in Zimbabwe. So guys, this is daily news, breaking news, everyday news on Prince Miller Entertainment TV. Ngatitaure in the comment section inyaya inakwana nezuro pa social media ichitenderera, and so many people were saying mapurisa vari kutadzisa vanhu kuita mari, but at the same time tinenge tichitourayo local companies, entrepreneurs who are manufacturing blankets, gadzirawo hembe, nevaye vane mashopu mutown vari kubhadhara tax. Vanhu ava vanenge vachitoafectwa zvikuru nezvinhu zvatinenge tichismugula tichipinda nazvo muZimbabwe, because we are trying to earn a living at the same time. And ivo vanenge vachitowaomana mukutiuraya mimi, because vanhu ngavasapotewo local, and ngavasapotewo zvinhu zvemuZimbabwe. And again, their prices won't be competitive to those things which are being smuggled. Ndipo panositadzwa nakawanda vaende manje kunotenga hembe kumpedza namo, because vanenge vachiona kuti we cannot buy in this shop because it is expensive, although it is locally made. This is a daily news, breaking news, everyday news. Bless up.